I'm Chelsea, and this is Rebecca and Pretty, and our project is Lightning Round. For those who don't remember, it's a fast-paced educational game for 5th graders based in history, and our goals have been to fix bugs and add more games. So we've added 10 new mini games so far, more variety in the type of games. Not just like clicking things, but more clicking and dragging and other things. More complex features and motion. We fixed numerous bugs. We fixed the randomization, added the high score feature, and several other minor game fixes that were very problematic.
So originally we thought we'd be able to get about 60 to 70 games done this summer. That was very unrealistic, which we learned very quickly. We thought we'd be able to get a couple of games done a day. Realistically, we can only get one game completed a day. Drawing takes several hours itself, and then coding and fixing all the bugs that show up from coding and drawing not matching up doesn't work so well. And we've learned that in Flash, bugs are not always consistent. Because it is a game, sometimes one minor motion will change whether or not the bug actually comes up. So we've had a difficult time actually fixing bugs. It's not that hard to figure out what the bug is, but actually figuring out what it is takes a couple hours for each bug. The code base is also a lot more complex than we thought. It's not very difficult, but it was coded by people who don't really code very often, so there's a lot of mess over there that we had to go through, and a lot of minor things that caused bugs in other places, but we think we've gotten most of those eliminated, so now it's a fairly straightforward process of making the games and importing them. Integration was also a lot more difficult than we originally thought because it's done in a slightly roundabout way, but again, we cleaned up that process. We want to keep making games. A priority for this is to actually be able to get a robust game for people to play. If you only have about 10 games, people are going to get bored very quickly. Right now we have about 22 games total. Our aim is to have at least 35 more for the entire, 35 total for the entire summer, so that'll give a decent enough variety for people to actually be interested. We're focusing on the history version. Originally we said we wanted to do a science version, but some things didn't quite work out, and obviously continue bug fixing. There's still a few that could at least be cleaned up, if not completely fixed.
Okay, so after the summer, we do, theoretically, the project could continue to have more games added. We are currently focusing on the history version because we thought that one complete game for the end of the summer would be more useful than having a half-completed history version and a half-completed science version. So in the future, obviously adding up the science version, and then possibly multiple languages, which has been requested. Basically, just adding those things. We'd also like to document the back end, because while the code of the integration and everything has been cleaned up as much as possible, it still could use some documentation so that other people, if they're making games to add to this, know how to do it easily and, well, as easily as possible. So,
some of these. And there's one of our bugs.
Yeah, we just finished this one this morning.
Normally we're expected to that at least.
Yeah.
Flash is completely free.
It doesn't look like
Let's try that again.
I want to.
the one where you don't do anything, and if you do anything, you lose. It's your movie. Yeah, it's supposed to move.
Oh, so you typed in something, isn't it?
No, you just click the mouse.
Yeah, so a lot of these are the old games.
Right, there are new ones.
Like this, I don't actually know.
Literally in the table right to Legos.
In order, though.
They must be in order.
Yeah, I know, but because it's not in order, it confuses me.
Okay, so you get the idea.
Yeah. Oh no. Oops. So that's a couple of the games. Obviously, there are more than that. There's even more like types of clicking. Like you saw the click a certain number of times, move a certain number of times. We did have some more complex ones, including games with randomization within them, so that it's not the same every time you play.
So the instructions how to play the game and so on.
The instructions are basically
It's all
do something with the mouse until it works. Most of them are fairly obvious. If your mouse will turn into different things based on the game. So most of them we didn't have a problem play tested it with the kids.
Any more questions?
So this right now assumes that people already know the information that the game is testing. Is informational text something that you plan to add to it? Like either afterwards as kind of like a review, a couple sentences describing what you just did. So if you had clicked through it and just figured out the answer by brute force and randomly clicking until it worked.
Not so much having the information really officially summarized. There are a lot of kind of, if you win, there's sometimes a screen that will flash that will give you more information. But they're actually going to pick up a lot of information from the instruction thing and from the background of the game, like just the visuals, visual clues.
Yeah, I believe some feedback you got was that we wanted more games that specifically tested the information.
Okay.
So the original version had a lot of games that didn't have the information specifically presented in the game, and I think some of the teachers were saying they wanted more of that.
Right, okay.